Okay, funny story. My wife was listening to my podcast the other day. Yes, she does that. And she said, "What's this thing called Whatnot you keep talking about on your podcast? Are you shopping without me?" Yes, I am. I'm cheating on you. It's called Whatnot. It's live shopping with chat, and it's a lot of fun. Look, I coach a lot of people online. I coach people to make money online. Most don't know how to do it. And I have been telling a few lately to go to Whatnot, see what they're doing, and give it a try. If you're a Whatnot seller, you really shine, and your people find you. And that's a big deal because if you're selling online, they need to find you for you to make money, right? And then they become repeat customers because they see your face, not just your logo. Whatnot is the largest dedicated live shopping platform, whether it's beauty, it's collectibles, electronics, luxury, fashion, even cookies. Yep, cookies. Sellers are building real thriving businesses. Anyone can do it too. Some people on Whatnot are selling, get this, 10 times as much as they do on other major marketplaces. And you don't know this, but Whatnot buyers spend more than an hour on the app every day. They're not browsing. That's why they call them buyers. They're buying your stuff. So here's how it works. You go live, you showcase your products, and you earn real income. Search Whatnot, WHATNOT, in the App Store, download, and you can start selling right away. So I've been talking about the glasses I ordered from Zenni Optical, my sponsor. Now, I've never ordered glasses online before. I didn't trust it, to be honest. But mine had a scratch, and Zenni was my sponsor, so I kind of sort of had to do it, right? I mean, I can't tell you about it if I haven't done it. So my previous thinking was, prices are too cheap. These can't be good. I'm not going to like them. I'm picky. I take that back. Mine costs about $70, and I can't tell the difference from the $500 pair I purchased 2 months ago. By the way, my wife likes them too. She said they look good on your face, and I want some too. And at about $70 or less, I can buy them. I am surprised, and I'm a customer. Zenni Optical has prescription glasses, sunglasses, blue light lenses, all starting at under $30. Go to Zenni.com, pick a frame, upload your prescription. They'll ship it to your door. No appointment, no store, no upsell at the counter. And Zenni has that virtual try-on, so you can see exactly how the frames look on your face, and that is very cool and confidence building. If your glasses are overdue for a refresh, now it's time. Go to Zenni.com/podcast and use the code podcast15 for 15% off your first order. The styles sell out pretty quick, so don't sit on this. Go to Zenni.com/podcast, promo code podcast15. Life is not always fair. I've always felt that way. Have you felt? Maybe you feel that way right now, huh? But this morning, it was the ultimate in unfair. My wife had taken down the Christmas tree, and I always hang candy canes on the Christmas tree. And when she took it down, there were 6 left. She said, "Honey, what do I do with the 6 left?" And I said, "Just put them in the drawer." And she did. So this morning, I went looking for one of my candy canes. I said, they were gone. "Where are they, honey?" She said, "Well, you said you were on a diet. I gave them to the grandkids." Life is not fair. True story. Absolutely happened. How are you? Words, wisdom, and wisecracks. That's what's in store for you today. We never know which one is going to be. Oh, today I think some more wisdom, maybe some softer side wisdom, if you will. Between the lines, a couple of nuggets that go very, very deep and will rock your soul just a little bit. It is the Daily Boost. Since 2006, over 5,000 episodes of goodness to get you going every single day. And to get you thinking, some inspiration. If I can, a couple of laughs along the way, because why the heck should we take life so seriously? It's serious enough, isn't it? It really truly is. I don't get it why people get so serious about making their life better. I think you should laugh, have a good time. That to me is my word this year is joy. I did that to make my wife happy because my wife's name is Joy too. So why not? It's efficient too. Just one word, 2 things. How are you? My name is Scott Smith. Good to have you here today. And thanks for jumping into the 9-Minute Clarity Code at 9minuteclaritycode.com. This is literally decades of my experience and research and working with thousands of clients at this point that I put together into this neat little course for you. Take you about 80 minutes to go through. It's awesome stuff. Go to 9minuteclaritycode.com. Get your hands on it. So the first of the year, I shifted the format around a little bit. I changed it because I wanted it to be, more content for you, faster to the point, but also I wanted some more flexibility for me. To one day be upbeat and funny, the next day maybe a little serious, and then maybe just whatever came in between. And I had some experiences today that I had to share with you, and frankly, I'm a little reluctant to do it. I don't feel real comfortable in this realm that I'm going to go to today. I don't know how deep y'all will go with it, but I felt like I needed to. So if you don't mind, I'd like to take you down a little bit of path and get you thinking. So in my Face Your Passion course, there is a question that pops up in the very first module. I put it there for a reason. People have asked me, "Scott, why'd you put such a hard question very first, because I can't ever find the answer. It completely confuses me. I said, well, the reason I did is because I've had that question in my mind for a long time. I've been seeking the answer for a long time. I think it's what you're seeking. And I figured, why not? Let's start with the hard thing, right? So you may have heard me ask this question before. What do you do when you're doing you? I'll say it again if you haven't heard it. What do you do when you're doing you? Whenever I ask that question, people's eyes roll in the back of their head, and eventually they figure out what I'm asking. But essentially, I'm saying this. Left to your own devices, left to whatever you want to do. Nobody's watching. Nobody told you what to do. You have no plans. There's nothing going on. You're just doing you. It's just you're on autopilot being yourself. What is that? I will tell you, most people I ask that question to do not have an answer. Sometimes if they do, it's like, I'll go fishing. That's never the answer. That may be something you do, but that's not who you really are on the inside. So it's a really hard question to answer. And I've had a lot of clients tell me that. And so I began to think about it more and more and more. And I researched it myself because ever since I was 16, 17 years old, there was always a feeling inside of me that something was missing. No matter what I did, there was something missing, something not satisfying. There was a place I had to go, something I had to learn to understand, something I had to feel. And I knew it was a feeling, but in a lot of cases, when you have a feeling, if you ever notice, you can't describe the feeling. You can't put a word to it. You can't put a sound to it. You can't put a color to it. You can't picture it. You can't figure that out. And that's really bad because our minds like to do that. It's really frustrating when you really want to imagine. I could feel it. I could taste it. I know what it is, but I don't. That's where I've been my whole life. And always been in search of that my entire life, trying to figure it out. And I've tried lots of things. Heck, jumping out airplanes and going scuba diving and everything in between. Sometimes on the same day, which I do not advise. What do you do when you're doing you? So this week I'm on a coaching call, and I explain to everybody that what do you do when you're doing you is like being in the pocket of life. The pocket. If you're into music, you understand the pocket. The pocket in music is understanding that there are a bunch of instruments on stage, and they're all in synchronicity. The beat is going exactly right on. Everybody's right there. Everything's perfect. But usually there's a singer on stage as well in many cases, and that singer slots into the pocket. Because if you know anything about audio, you know that you just can't keep turning everybody up, and everybody can't play a different beat. It's got to be together. And if you put a singer on stage, you got to allow space for that singer to sing. A pocket for that singer to sit in, to safely sing. For you football fans, you know what the pocket is as well. We're not talking about football today. I'm sorry, I just slipped into that for just a second, but it's a metaphor that the guys and a lot of ladies can say, yeah, I get it now. The pocket of life. So what do I mean by that? Well, what I mean is this. I believe life is going on in so many different areas. I believe there's a symphony, if you will, of activities. Family, professional stuff, traffic, people, internet, noise all over the place, all kinds of stuff happening. Name your day, just describe your day, and you know what I'm talking about. It's just a crazy mess of noise out there. It's kind of a crazy mess of music if you think about it. But it goes every day, all day, every day. But I ask you, what do you do when you're doing you, and how do you get in the pocket of life? And I finally figured out what that was a long time ago. Remember the movie, just recently I should say. Remember the movie City Slickers? And Curly at the end, and life comes down to one thing. And he held his finger up. It's one thing. And Billy Crystal says, Curly, what's that one thing? And Curly dies. And the rest of us are left for 20 years to figure out what the one thing is. So as life is going crazy and you're trying to figure out all the stuff you can do and you can be and you can try, and you're just being distracted by everything because your mind that you can't trust is actually distracting you to save you from everything that's going on around you. At the end of the day, that pocket is where you take yourself in, if you will, a spiritual place. If you believe in God, then you take yourself to a godly place. If you believe in the universe, you take yourself to an energetic place. A place when you see yourself as one with everything. Sitting in the pocket while everything buzzes around you. And you find yourself content. It's okay. You're breathing nicely. Everything feels fine. You're in the pocket of life. And if you get out of that pocket, what ends up happening, you start doing things. You start thinking about other things. You stop thinking about how you exist and how you exist in harmony in the world. And life gets really bad and stressful. So the more I have thought about this and the more I have worked with clients on this, the more I bring it to them. And the more, frankly, religious they are, the more they are wrapped up in that. The more they begin to understand being in that pocket, sitting right in that sweet spot, if you will, where everything is good, no matter what's going on around you. So I don't know exactly how to tell you to get there. I think it's a long journey for a lot of people, but I can tell you that's where you need to get to. And if you can do that, your life is going to change pretty fast when you slip into the pocket of life. Because when you're in the pocket, life is smooth. It's like you get out of bed. Come on, we got stuff to do. Got to make the coffee. Got to get the kids to school. Got to get to the job. Hope that car starts today. Had a flat tire last week, messed me up pretty bad, but I got it fixed. The guy was pretty nice. It all worked out okay, and luckily for me, I'm grateful I had money in the bank to fix that tire. In the pocket of life. It's okay. Stress is flowing in. You're letting that stress flow out. See, sometimes even playing at a football game, those big guys in the uniforms on the other side, they look really big and scary, don't they? But if you're in the pocket, you're protected. You take a breath, you believe, you're part of a bigger picture. The energy is flowing through you, and you are just enjoying the ride. You're in the pocket. Pocket of life. Cool. It's a good thing. The pocket of life. Conceptual, yes. If you know, you know. If you don't know, you're trying to find your way, and you will. It's a process. That's okay. 9minuteclaritycode.com. Listen, it's Friday, so I am out of here, but I promise you I'm going to be back on Monday. How do I know I'll be back on Monday? Because for the past 18 years, I have always been back on Monday, and I don't see any reason to change. Besides, if I didn't get back on Monday, I would not be in the pocket of my life. And that's where I want to be. See you then.